Hi, we are currently working on page 79 and 80 in our Journeys Reader's Notebooks. Okay? So please have these out ready, get your pencils ready. Let's go over these pages together. Okay, 79 is talking about something called direct objects. Direct job. Let's figure this out, okay? All right, in a sentence, please follow along with me. In a sentence, a direct object is a person, place, or thing that receives the action of the verb. It gets the action. It is the one that is receiving the action in the sentence. This is easy. You'll figure it out. The direct object can be either a noun or a pronoun, and in the parentheses it says it, someone, him. You'll get this. Direct object down below this. The dog loved the boy. The noun in the sentence is dog. And what did the dog do? The dog loved. And who is receiving the love? It is the boy. Okay? All right. Now, let's do a couple of these together. I'll leave you to your own devices on the last few, okay? Activity. Underline the direct object in each sentence. Now, the thinking question says up at the top, what word tells who or what receives the action of the verb? Let's think about this. Papa is herding cattle. This is number one. Papa is herding cattle. Who's herding cattle? Papa. What's Papa doing? He's herding. Who's receiving this herding? It is the cattle. So what should you do here? You should probably underline the direct object in this sentence. In this case, it would be cattle. The cattle is receiving the herding. They're being herded. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Number two. Mama will fix the fence. Mama sounds pretty handy. All right. So, who's doing what here? Mama is she's the noun. She's the subject here. Okay. And what is she doing? She's fixing. Will fix. She is going to fix. But so, who's receiving the fixing? Who or what is receiving the fixing? Very good. Very good. It is the fence. The fence is the one that is receiving the fixing. So you underline fence. Okay? Number three. Last month, a mountain lion attacked our neighbor's cow. Oh. Okay. Who is the subject here? The subject is the mountain lion. What did the mountain lion do? Well, unfortunately, the mountain lion attacked something, but who was the receiving of the attacking? It was our neighbor's cow. It was a cow. So the person, place, or thing that receives this unfortunate action of the verb is the cow in this instance, okay? Number four. This kind of tells a story. Their hired man saw it. Well, this is from the story. Their hired man saw it. Okay, who is the person here? The person is their hired man, right? The man. And what did he do? What's the action? He saw something, right? He saw. What did he see? What did the hired man see? It should be underlined because it is the direct object of this sentence. All right, we've done 1 through 4. Can you guys please do 5 through 8 on your own? Show me what you've done by taking a picture of it and sending it to me through Schoology. Thank you very much. Now, click. We're moving over to page 80. Let's do that. Compound direct objects. Before we had direct objects, now we have compound direct objects. Oh no. Compound typically means more than one. So when we say compound direct objects, since we just did the lesson in direct objects, it's the person, place, or thing that receives the action of the verb. This means there may be more than one thing that is receiving the action of the verb. Let's have a look at this. A compound direct objects, we're on page 80. A compound direct object is two or more objects that receive the action of the same verb. Direct objects, compound direct objects. There's more than one, all right? So the objects can be nouns, pronouns, or both. The object forms of personal pronouns are me, you, her, him, it, us, you, and them. Down here in the examples below that, it says, Mama called Papa, the hired man, and my brother. So who's doing what here? Mama is the subject of the sentence because she's the one doing something. What is she doing? Mama called somebody and some people. So in this sentence, when Mama called Papa, the hired man, and my brother, we're talking before in the last lesson, we underlined one thing. In this case, there's more than one thing. In this case, there's more than two things that we have to underline. So it says, Mama called Papa, the hired man, and my brother. The things underlined are Papa, man, and brother because they are receiving the calling. They are being called by Mama. Down below that, please look down this, okay? Mama called my brother and me, not my brother and I. So, what could you do here? Who's the subject here? It's the same subject, right? And it's even the same action. Mama is calling. Who's Mama calling? My brother and me. Not my brother. So the brothers and me here are the ones that are underlined. You guys see that right there? Wonderful. Let's move on to number 1. We'll do a few together, and then I'm going to have you guys finish it up on your own. Here we go. In each sentence, underline the compound direct object. So we're going to underline more than one object. I'm sorry, direct object. Okay. Number 1, I gather a hammer, nails, and glue. Who's the subject here? The subject is I. And what's the action? Gather. We're gathering stuff, all right? So we have to gather stuff. So I gathered, and what are we gathering? What should you underline? Here comes the underlines. You guys ready? We're gathering hammer, nails, glue. Those are the 3 things that should be underlined because they are compound direct objects. They're direct objects. They're receiving the action of the verb. In this case, it would be gathered, which is the verb. And what do we gather? We gathered hammer, nails, and glue. Fine. Number 2. I fixed the fence, the barn, and the front door. Seems like a little bit of a pattern right here, okay? Who's the subject here? Who's the main person? I. And what did I do? I fixed something. What did I fix? Here is the receiving the action of the fixing is the fence, the barn, and the front door. Those 3 things you should probably underline because they are compound direct objects. So far we've had 3. That's kind of a pattern we've had so far. It's not always going to be 3 in the compound direct objects. It could be 2. It could be 4. All right, but compound always means just more than one. Number 3, please read along with me. It says, we welcomed our neighbors and some traveling musicians. Now, we welcomed. Who's doing the actioning here? Who's the main person here? Or in this case, the main people. Hint, hint. We. And what did we do? Huh? We welcomed. Right? So we welcomed. Who did we welcome? These are the people receiving our welcoming. So underline those. Who should it be? Who did we welcome? Well, it looks like we welcomed our neighbors and some musicians. Those are who has received our welcoming. Let's do one more together. I'm going to leave you guys to the rest of these. We'll explain 6 through 8. The musicians entertained our neighbors and us. The musicians entertained our neighbors and us. Who is the subject here? It is the musicians. What did the musicians do? They entertained. So the musicians entertained. Who received all this entertainment? Who got this? It says the musicians entertained our neighbors and us. So our neighbors and us are the people who received the entertainment. We are the compound direct objects in this sentence. You guys do number 5 on your own. You guys got this. You got it. I'm sure you do. Now, 6 through 8 says, underline the incorrect object pronouns and write the correct ones. So, if we know what an object pronoun is, let's look at it. It says, Papa says the darkness never scared Mama or he. Does that sound right? Papa says the darkness never scared Mama or he. How could you rewrite that sentence to make it sound better? Papa says the darkness never scared Mama or him. That would be the correct object pronoun here, okay? So write that down. Number 7, the moon and stars helped they see us better. So if you guys are out at night and the moon is full and the stars are out and there's other people out there and you're trying to see them and you say, the moon and stars help they and us see better. What could you have done? How could you change this? The moon and stars help they and us see better. They. Let's change they. Work on they. What should we put there? The moon and stars helped blank us see better. The moon and stars helped them and us see better. That works very well. Please put that in there. Underline they. 8. Still, you won't find my brother or I out after dark. That doesn't work. My brother or I. Still, you won't find my brother or I out after dark. How could you rewrite that to make it sound better by correcting the object pronoun into the correct one? Still, you won't find my brother or me out after dark. Underline I and put in me. You are so welcome. I'll see you in class. Bye, guys.